Welcome in, Greg Ruff and Coach Nate Moran, the head coach here at Trevecca Nazarene University, the men's program. And this is the Robert Garrett Classic. Robert Garrett Jr. was a men's basketball player who, while he was driving back to campus on the first day of the day before the first day of classes, was in an auto accident and lost his life in that. And he was just he was a great guy. His dad and his parents were here, and got to talk to them a little bit yesterday. But it just, I know you weren't here, but he was one of those guys that you would have loved him. He was a great guy, and I think it's great that we're continuing to honor his memory. I've gotten a lot of feedback from alums, basketball players, and non-basketball players, just people who are fans of the program back then. And I want to pass along to you that they appreciate you allowing us to continue his name going on here.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I can't imagine as a family what they went through,
Yep.
you know, and I'm glad that we're able to honor him in any way that we can.
Yeah, it was a good dude. So this year, you guys are playing Embry Riddle in this event, and just give us a little capsule of Embry Riddle. I got to see him yesterday against Morehouse, and they're pretty good. I don't know if you know that or not, but they're pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they're extremely well coached. Coach Ritter's been doing it for a long time, and his teams are always going to play extremely hard, extremely physical. And once again, it's going to be a lot of the same message that we had the other day. So I'm excited to see how our guys respond. You know, I think they will be hungry because we got them down in Florida last year, in this classic last year, or in this crossover last year. So, yeah, we need to really attack the glass. We need to make it a gang rebounding. Five guys need to go board. They have a big dude that's really good, and we're going to have to try to figure out different ways that we can combat, you know, his size and ability. But I'd say the biggest key for us is rebounding, and then we got to push the pace. We did an unbelievable job last year of getting out in transition, getting easy buckets, and we got to do more of that today.
You've got some guys that are bigger, but they're out for various reasons and stuff like that. How have you been preparing to adjust for that? Because obviously that's something you'll have to deal with for a while.
Yeah, I mean, when you have three big guys out, you know, Josh is going to be out for the season with his knee. Dedrevius, I don't know that his timetable, and Jagger's going to be out because he had a shoulder surgery. Yeah. So whenever you have that, you know, it's a little unexpected going into the year. And, you know, I think the biggest thing I'm learning is that in year one, you know, you have to adjust. Nobody feels sorry for you. Nobody's going to feel sorry for our guys. Nobody's going to feel sorry for me. So we just got to learn, and we got to figure out different ways to win ball games. So, you know, we hit 14 threes, shot 45% yesterday, caused 18 turnovers. I thought we did some good things. There was plenty to clean up. We got in this morning, got some shots up and shoot around, and watched some film, and I think we're ready to go.
Well, that's one of the things I would say, just from someone who's watched, and is you guys have some talent on this roster, and there was, like you said, there were some really good things that happened yesterday, and obviously you wanted the W, and you worked towards that. Tell me some of the things that about pick out one or two guys.
Yeah.
One or two guys, or more if you want to, that you've seen grow just in your time here this fall.
You know, Jake did not get very many minutes last year. And so stepping into a starting role is, you know, an adjustment. You know, he started his freshman year and then hasn't started very much since. And his minutes have been limited. You know, I don't think he scored a point yesterday, but he was extremely valuable for us. I think a lot of times to the spectator, it's like, oh, he didn't score. But, I mean, if you looked at the amount of screen assists he had 10 to 12 screen assists, like screens that led to baskets, whether they were off-ball screens or ball screens or, you know, whatever else. So he creates a lot for us. And although he didn't have a ton of rebounds, he was making sure his guy wasn't getting it. And, you know, that's a task when you're, you know, undersized at that position. So I would say him. Jack's obviously struggled from the field. I don't expect that to continue. He's too good of a basketball player for that to, you know, be in his head or anything like that. I think he'll respond. Brett shot the ball well. Spencer shot the ball well. Fred played great. Tyler played great off the bench. Latham had 17. So, I mean, once again, we are probably going to lead the league in second or off the bench points. You know, and I don't think that's a bad problem to have. Now we just got to clean up some minor details on the defensive end and just continue to improve every day with a young team.
You described exactly why we call Jake the Wall.
Yeah,
he provides a wall in many different ways, and I think that's maybe an undervalued stat. I don't want to add more stats to what we have to keep up with, but keeping your guy from getting the rebound. Maybe you don't get the rebound, but keeping your guy from getting the rebound if they're one of their best rebounders, that is a pretty key factor in the game, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about two things when it comes to rebounding. We talk about hit and get and check and chase. A lot of guys like we gotta go hit them and then go get the ball. But sometimes if you can't be the one to like if you're just outsized and outclassed a little bit, then sometimes the best thing you can do is keep your guy from getting the ball. And then we got to have guards that just fly around and go get it. Like in the second half, we were out rebounded 15-2 on the offensive rebounding margin in the first half. And then for our guys to adjust to it, Fred ended up having 8 rebounds. Our guards just started attacking the glass. And we were actually, I want to say, it was either 5-4 us or 5-4 them. Which if we do that, we continue the metrics in all the other areas, we're going to be in a good place.
He's Coach Nate Moran, first year here at Trevecca Nazarene University as the head coach. We have more of the Robert Garrett Classic coming up here on Flow College next.